Hi everybody, welcome to Haven Acres. This is Stacy. Today I am showing you how I am getting our seed potatoes ready to plant. I ordered our seed potatoes this year through the Maine potato lady. As we live in Maine, I'm trying really hard to support other Maine farmers. I realize how difficult it is to make a living, and ooh, look at that purple potato, so pretty. That purple potato has anthocyanins in it, which are very good for you. They're supposedly a healthier potato. So that's why I decided to try those this year. I had a friend that gave us some last year and they were so delicious. But back to the story. I wanted to support other Maine farms. So that's why we decided to go with the Maine potato lady. And when we got the packaging, everything looks really great. And so today I am going to divide them and get them ready to plant hopefully tomorrow. What I'm doing now is going through the bags, and each potato should have several eyes on it. And as long as you have 2 eyes, which is where the new growth comes from the potato, the little sprouts, sometimes that happens even on potatoes that you get from the grocery store, where the sprouts are, that's where the leaves will come from, and that's where the new potatoes will come from. So on each potato that's in the bag, I'm looking for a way that I can cut them and have at least 2 eyes on each section of potato. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now they can surely have more than 2 eyes on each section. That's not a problem at all. But you at least want 2. And if you can make the potato be 1 inch or more thick, like 1 inch cube, then that is sufficient. These potatoes are small enough and only enough eyes that the ones that I could cut, I really could only cut in half. But that is definitely a way that you can make a 5-pound bag of seed potatoes turn into, a 7-pound bag of seed potatoes. And then, of course, the number of potatoes that each section produces is far greater than that. I can't remember if this particular variety of potato remains purple when you cook it or not. I know that I got it for the nutritional value, but I think it would be super fun to make mashed potatoes when the grandkids are here and have them be purple. They're not really big fans of potato anyhow, so there wouldn't be an ooh factor. There might be a wow factor. They probably wouldn't eat them. But I don't know, maybe I could make some purple potato fries. Maybe they'd give that a shot. But I know that we're going to love them. I wasn't sure if this little table was going to have enough space for the 3 varieties of potatoes that I needed to cut today. So I'm trying to push all of these blue potatoes up in one corner. Obviously, it will be easy to keep them separate and know which variety they are, because they are the only purple or blue potato that I purchased for seed this year. Sometimes it's hard to figure out where can I cut this so that there will be 2 eyes on each side of the potato. Sometimes it's just not possible, and you get even a big potato with only 2 eyes in the right spot, so you can't cut them. What we're doing here as we cut these potatoes, we are setting them so the cut side is up, and that way they can dry out overnight and will form a little barrier. So at least 24 hours you want them to sit to dry up. More time is fine, but not less time. You definitely want them to be dry. You don't want them to be wet. Think of it as an open wound, so you want that kind of to heal over before you plant that. You don't want to put that directly into the dirt. Now we'll go on to our next bag of russet potatoes, which are great for baking. I like, we eat a lot of fried potatoes and onions, so russet potatoes, nice yellow, like a white, it's a white yellow color. We definitely eat a lot of potatoes in this household, and fried potatoes or french fries, these russets would be perfect for those, as well as baked potatoes. I just generally don't think of baked potatoes often. What a fabulous potato salad these potatoes would make, though, if you had these beautiful white yellow potatoes and the purple potatoes, especially if the purple holds its color after cooking. What a wonderful potato salad they would make. And you could add in some red potatoes. Of course, the skin would be red on them, but that would be really pretty. You could have a red, white, and blue potato salad for, I don't know, I'm not going to say the 4th of July because they won't be ready for the 4th of July, but, for Labor Day. Potatoes are one of the things that this year we are intentionally planting. I have planted them before, but I'm surely not an expert at them. We semi-successfully planted them at our last home. We didn't plant a lot, maybe a 12-foot row. This year we'll have a couple of rows that are much larger than that, and I hope that we will have a decent harvest so that we can store the potatoes over winter. My goal really this year is to grow the vegetables that we eat or that we would purchase if they weren't so expensive. We are definitely meat, potato, carrot kind of people. We are onions, peppers, and cabbage kind of people. We enjoy the hearty vegetables, the root vegetables, which of course come mostly in the fall. We will have spinach because we do eat raw spinach. We use those in smoothies. Lettuces, I generally attempt to grow them and then realize we don't really eat a lot of salad. So this year, I don't know, I still might plant some lettuce just because it's what I seem to do, like I'm supposed to plant lettuce or something, but we don't really eat it. I'm not that great at growing it, probably because we don't really eat it. I don't give it the care that it needs. But potatoes, absolutely. Carrots, absolutely. Onions, yes. Beets, yes. So I am being very intentional on planting those things this year in hopes to store our food over the winter so that we can just have fresh vegetables at our disposal year round. I don't enjoy grocery shopping. I don't enjoy going to the store. I don't enjoy the selection that's there now or the lack of selection that's there now. We definitely, my generation of people have become used to having a great selection of food at the grocery store. So now, as things have changed, time has changed, life has changed, and the selection is just not available anymore, I want to make sure that we have what it is that we desire to eat, or that the things that we eat the most of. So we're going to try and grow them. I believe, if memory serves, this was about $60 worth of potatoes, of seed potatoes, and of course that includes shipping. So the way I look at things is I have to look at it as an investment, and I have to look at it as, what is that $60 going to turn into? Now, that $60 could turn into $0 in potatoes, of course, because not one of them could grow. I don't believe that is going to be the case. Creation was created to thrive and to grow. Seeds want to grow. Plants want to grow. I hope that as I plant these and do the best that I can and give them water and nutrition as it's available to me to give to them, that there will be a bountiful harvest for us, and that $60 will turn into $200 worth of potatoes. To me, that's a win. Anytime you can take some of your hard-earned money and multiply it, maybe not into other dollars, but into dollars not spent by growing your own, that's a win. And this last bag is a big bag of Yukon Gold. These are probably my favorite potatoes of all time. I make a lot of mashed potato, and these definitely are a winner for me. They're great to make home fries with, or I've made French fries with them. I also can potatoes, and they make excellent canned potatoes as well. As you can see, the bag is twice the size. I got 10 pounds of Yukon Gold potatoes, whereas I only got 5 pounds of the other two, because I wasn't really sure how much we were going to enjoy them. But I know that we like the Yukon Gold, so that was a win. Look how bright yellow those are. That's the gold. That's the gold in the Yukon. They're so pretty. Just a beautiful, rich, buttery yellow color. I will have to say, I was a little disappointed with this bag of seed potato, as some of these potatoes were probably a pound. Some of these potatoes were absolutely huge, and many of them only had 2 eyes on them. so I couldn't even cut them to multiply them. I was definitely a little disappointed in that, I'm not going to lie. I mean, that's a huge potato there. That one I decided to cut, but there were many that I could not. Maybe I just have high expectations, I'm not sure. But I was definitely hoping that I could turn that 10-pound bag of potatoes into closer to a 20-pound bag of potatoes. Oh well. That was a big section of potato that I thought, oh gosh, this is a waste of a big piece of potato. Maybe I will save that for supper. However, there was a little rot spot in it. That was the other problem that I had with these Yukon Gold potatoes, which was rather disappointing. There were many potatoes that had rot holes in the middle. That kind of made me sad. I don't think I mentioned before, but covering your table or your work surface with newspaper or other junk mail is a good idea. That way you could surely use paper towels as well. We don't happen to purchase paper towels or use paper towels, but if you have those available, cardboard, anything like that, you could surely spread that on your table or work surface prior to. That way, if anything does happen to leak out of the potato, they are just, it's just going to be absorbed by whatever you put it on. Oh yeah, see, there's that rot spot. Not good. And there were several like that. That does definitely disappoint me a bit. However, you have no way of knowing. The Maine potato lady has no way of knowing that there's a rot spot in the middle of a potato. It's just one of those things that you don't know until you cut into the middle of it. That happens in vegetable gardening, in whatever. We've all bought them from the store before that had rot places in the middle, and you just cut around them and eat them. They're fine. You just, just a little spot that you cut out. One of my favorite gardening videos, it's, nothing on that. One little eye on that one. But one of my favorite gardening videos is called Back to Eden Gardening, and it's a documentary actually. It's not just a video, it's a documentary. But I remember in part of that documentary, one of the ladies was talking about how she would much rather eat vegetables that have a bug bite taken out of it than one that is pristine. And her point was that if a bug has found the vegetable safe enough to eat, then she feels that it is also safe enough to eat. Whereas if she's buying pristine vegetables that the bugs wouldn't eat because they've been sprayed with pesticides, then she doesn't want to eat it either. And as soon as she said that, that truly just stuck with me. And I'm not going to lie, I watch this documentary, Back to Eden, probably at least once a year. And I've done so for the past probably 10 years. We actually bought the DVD back in the day, but you can watch it online as well. It's artistically created. It's beautiful. It's thought-provoking. There's definitely a lot of information, and it kind of highlights a very popular method of gardening. But I truly just enjoy watching it, especially in the winter, for all of the vibrancy and color in the fresh vegetables. But I truly think of that, a statement that that woman made. I think of it often when I pick our own vegetables from the garden or get them from the store and see that there's damage from a bug on them. I actually look at that as a good thing. If you haven't checked out Back to Eden Garden, the documentary, you ought to give it a shot if that's something that you're interested in. It's, like I said, it's beautiful in many ways, and